ॐ वन्दे देवमुमापतिं सुरगुरुं वन्दे जगत्कारणं वन्दे पन्नगभूषणं मृगमदं वन्दे पशूनां पतिं वन्दे सूर्यशशाङ्कवह्निनयनं वन्दे मुकुन्दप्रियं वन्दे भक्तजनाश्रयं च वरदं वन्दे शिवं शङ्करं वन्दे भक्तजनाश्रयं च वरदं वन्दे शिवं शङ्करम्। नागेन्द्रहाराय त्रिलोचनाय भस्माङ्गरागाय महेश्वराय नित्याय शुद्धाय दिगम्बराय तस्मै नकाराय नमः शिवाय। मन्दाकिनी सलिलचन्दनचर्चिताय नन्दीश्वर प्रमथनाथ महेश्वराय मन्दार पुष्प बहुपुष्प सुपूजिताय तस्मै मकाराय नमः शिवाय। शिवाय गौरी वदनाब्जवृन्द शिवाय गौरी वदनाब्जवृन्द सूर्याय दक्षाध्वरनाशकाय सूर्याय दक्षाध्वरनाशकाय श्रीनीलकण्ठाय वृषध्वजाय श्रीनीलकण्ठाय वृषध्वजाय तस्मै शिकाराय नमः शिवाय तस्मै शिकाराय नमः शिवाय। We are seeing the teachings in Shiva Panchaksara Stotram, and here we have covered the most important message, the most important word that has emerged of the Panchakshari mantra, and that word is Namaha. Namaha is the message unto that Om who is the form and the formless, the cosmic being, unto that Lord, the cosmic being, the all power, the omnipresent, omniscient, and omni-powerful, the most powerful one, omnipower. Well, unto that Om Namaha, Namaha. And Nama, the two syllables, really symbolizing surrender. Surrender to who? Surrender to the Lord as described in these two verses. What is surrender? I'm sure every one of us is a devotee, all right. And in our devotion we have prayers, we glorify the Lord. But what is surrender? Surrender is accepting what is been given to me today in my experience, and letting go of the tomorrow which has not yet come to my experience. Surrender is that capacity of a person to let go. Let go of the future, of the anxieties, of fears, of depressions, of negativity. A capacity to refuse to participate in the media that engages you with negative input. Refusing to participate with papers and discussions and dialogues around you which feed in the negative, that disempower you. So nurturing the fears, nurturing anxieties is about allowing inputs from the world today through the media, through conversations, through the papers, through discussions, through the same talk over and over again. This is called nurturing the negative, is it not? And so how can I surrender to anything when I have so many fears that I have triggered within me? I have worked to build up my stress levels, my blood pressure, my anxieties, my sorrows, my depressions, worrying about anything that's happening out there will happen to me. It is almost like I'm opening the doors for the virus to enter my home. Maybe we have not allowed it to enter physically. We are clever, we have guarded ourselves with all the instructions of our great governance and the medical community. But, have we not allowed the virus to catch our minds, our emotional well-being? Maybe physically we are healthy, but what about emotionally? Emotionally, people are falling apart. In managing the elderly, in managing your children, in containing everybody in their own homes, we as adults seem to be falling apart. Why? Because we have not learned to filter out this kind of news. We are not allowing the good in us, the noble in us, the dharma in us, the shraddha in us, the faith in us, the belief system in us, the devotion in us to emerge. If we only allow from within these positive emotions to surface, and we fan it, we nurture it through daily prayers, we create a routine in our home every day while we are all within the four walls, creating a routine where we remember the divine as we wake up, and when the day is over, we thank the divine for helping us cross yet another day as a family in a healthy way. And during the day, doing what is productive. Maybe reading a book, maybe dialoguing with children, listening to good stories, learning things over the online classes, making sure you give a 15-minute or half an hour time alone to news of coronavirus in a day. We don't have to keep the TV on, watching this all the time, which is going to pollute us. And if there are 4 or 5 members in the family, each one is going to respond to the news differently. Some will have a better threshold, others will have a weaker threshold. Children will be vulnerable, elderly will feel that they've already gotten it. And so the threshold of individuals being different in a family, why would we want to subject ourselves to such fears that would prevent us from really opening our souls to saying, Namaha. I hand over my life to you, O Lord. You keep me going or you take me away. You keep me going or take me away. It's your decision now. My human family is at a loss. We are on our knees. Now only the higher power, the divine intervention alone can save us all. Please give us a solution, give us a rescue, give us that vaccine, help us get to it quickly. And so let go, trust. I can surrender to somebody that I can trust. You cannot surrender to a neighbor whom you don't trust. You cannot open your heart and soul to a person whom you don't trust, right? And therefore, when you say Om Namah Shivaya, in that Namaha must enter the emotion, the feeling, the conviction of letting go, letting go. Letting go and living day to day what is in front of me. You can plan a future when there are some structures available, frameworks available to plan. How can you plan your child in the 12th standard going to college in UK when you don't even know whether UK will receive you anymore? What is the point in planning anything right now? There are no more structures which are reliable for us at this time. This is going to change. We need to trust that it's going to change. 2 months down the line, 3 months down the line, it's not going to look the way it looks today. And therefore, what should I do today? Let go. Namaha. Surrender. Trust that it will be okay. We will cross this, we will ride this. At least we have each other. Isn't that a greatest blessing today humanity enjoys? We have each other. We are helping each other. India is sending that chloroquine, that tablet all over the world. As if we don't need it ourselves. But when we do, we will have it. Well, it is about cultivating that trust, that surrender. And so, Namaha, surrendering to the divine, not moving with fears. Kindly filter your time with the media and filter your time with the WhatsApps and Facebooks and so on and TVs that make this virus enter your emotional well-being and debilitates your emotions. It is already having its impact in your family, emotionally. You want to remain emotionally healthy, centered, and for which we have to protect our emotions too. How are you going to protect your emotions and nurture? Well, channel it to offering it all to the Lord, dialogue with the divine, pray to Him, trust Him, and see how the universe delivers. Here in the 3rd verse, we are moving forward, and very beautiful description of this verse beginning with the syllable Shi. And so it says, Shivaya. Unto Lord Shiva, the auspicious one, Gauri Vadanabja Vrinda, Gauryaha Vadanam Eva Abjam. So the face of Abjavrinda, the face of the goddess, is compared to a host of lotuses. How the lotus blossoms when the sun comes up, so too the creation, Gauri refers to Mahashakti. The Shakti, all powers seen by us in this universe, and all powers blossom. When the sun comes up, how the animal kingdom, the birds, the leaves, everything, the trees, the flowers, all blossom, all open up. The whole nature is nurtured when the presence of the sun. That sun is none other than Lord Shiva. Suryaya. He is like the sun for this glowing face of Gauri, the goddess, the nature, the all-powerful nature. And then he says, Daksha Adhvara Nashakaya. Dakshasya Adhvaraha. Adhvara is yajna, the rituals. And Lord Shiva destroyed the ritual of Raja King Daksha. There is a beautiful mythological story here, and which is said to have some what you call in Haridwar there is a temple, Daksha Prajapati temple. This particular episode is said to have happened in that region, and it is said that when Sati, goddess Sati was wedded to Lord Shiva, her father, who was a Prajapati, who was the creator, Daksha Prajapati, he was not happy with this at all. He never liked Lord Shiva. He was a devotee of Lord Vishnu. And so when he does a major ritual, he decides there is no need to offer any oblation to Lord Shiva, and he does not offer, and he does not invite him. All the powers of the universe are invited in this huge fire ritual, and this is about to happen. And Sati, his daughter, the goddess, she wonders, what happened? My father has not invited. I think it's just a omission. After all, he is my father. How can we not go? She tells Lord Shiva that we must go for this ritual. And Lord Shiva would not go because he has not been called. The daughter in her restless energy wishes to go, and she goes for the ritual. And there she finds a horrifying truth that her father has not even given a due space for Lord Shiva's seat. She finds that there is no oblation offered to him. And in this hurt, in this anger, in this fury, she was warned by Lord Shiva not to go to this ritual, but she did not listen. And so now she decides to self-immolate. And she invokes the divine fire and self-immolates. The news reaches Lord Shiva, and he sends a form out of his jata, out of his hair, and that is a form of Veerabhadra. Veerabhadra and Bhadrakali. They go to this yaga, and there comes the destruction of the yaga. And so, anything done wrong, when we don't do what do we get out of this story? There is a lot of other things that follow. Daksha is also killed, but then he is revived and he becomes a great devotee of Lord Shiva later. But what does this episode tell? That we need to give back. We need to give to nature, because nature is working 24/7 to keep our life going. You look at the space, the sun, the moon, the wind, the waters, the fire. All nature is working in full strength to give us the life that we enjoy. Colorful, beautiful, nurturing. And if we do not have gratitude, if we don't give back an acknowledgement, a gratitude, it is not good for us. And therefore, this is a reminder, Daksha Adhvara Nashakaya. He destroys the yajna of King Daksha. Why? Because of the wrong done. It is not one event. We find in the story, it is built up. And in this yajna, he was to give a big message that he is the creator and Lord Shiva is a nobody. And that message that I am the ruler and nature is, I subjugate nature. I subjugate the creator. I make the decision which animal lives and which dies, which trees live and which die. I decide. This egocentric, this human-centric psychology, ideology, economy, philosophy that we have swallowed as a civilization, we need to spit it out. Time has come for us to spit it out and own up a philosophy of submission, of harmony, of alignment with the power of the nature unto that Lord who is Neelakantaya, who has the blue neck. In fact, not merely his neck is blue. The form, cosmic form of the Lord, the entire form is blue. The blue skies, it's not that the sky is really blue, as we know. The blue stands for the infinite. Sky has no color. It is the infinite. When we say Neelakantaya, it is one whose body is blue. The form is the form of the infinite, which has also swallowed the poison. And hence it is focused on the neck, Neelakanta. Creation is full of nectar and poison, both. It is only the divine infinite being that can swallow poison, because he himself is nectar. And so Lord Shiva is Neelakanta, represents him as the infinite immortal being and who holds the poison too in his neck. Vrishadhvajaya, the one whose flag post, Vrishaha Dhvaje Yasya, the one whose flag post has Nandi, the sacred bull, and who is his Vahana, his vehicle, as we saw, his gatekeeper, his greatest devotee, and thus unto that Lord, which is represented by the letter She, unto that Lord my namaskara. Continuing, Vashishtha Kumbhodbhava Gautamarya Vashishta Kumbhodbhava Gautamarya Munindra Devarchita Shekharaya Munindra Devarchita Shekharaya Vasishtha Kumbhodbhava Gautamarya Munindra Devarchita Shekharaya Vasishtha Kumbhodbhava Gautamarya Munindra Devarchita Shekharaya Chandrarka Vaishvanaralochanaya Chandrarka Vaishvanaralochanaya Chandrarka Vaishvanaralochanaya Tasmai Vakaraya Namah Shivaya Tasmai Vakaraya Namah Shivaya Chandrarka Vaishvanaralochanaya Tasmai Vakaraya Namah Shivaya Chandrarka Vaishvanaralochanaya Tasmai Vakaraya Namah Shivaya. Together the entire verse. Vasishtha Kumbhodbhava Gautamarya Munindra Devarchita Shekharaya Chandrarka Vaishvanaralochanaya Tasmai Vakaraya Namah Shivaya Vasishtha Kumbhodbhava Gautamarya Munindra Devarchita Shekharaya Chandrarka Vaishvanaralochanaya Tasmai Vakaraya Namah Shivaya. Unto that cosmic being who is represented by the syllable Va, the middle syllable of the word Shivaya, is dedicated this verse that begins with the word Vasishtha. Vasishtha, Kumbhodbhava and Gautama. These are three rishis. Vasishtha Rishi, Kumbhodbhava is the rishi whose name is Sage Agastya, and Gautama Rishi. These three rishis represent all the entire rishi lineage. Rishis were sages of the past. They were called mantra drashtaraha. They were sages who saw the mantras of the Vedas. How did they do that? How did they see? Because of how exalted they were. They were humans, human beings. But they performed great yajnas, they did great penance. In the earlier ages, the human lifespan was not 60 and 80 years. It was much larger, more than 200, 300 years, they say. If Kali Yuga is 80 years, then, well, the previous Yuga, Dwapara, was 200 years. Treta was 300 years, like that. Satya Yuga was much longer. And these rishis were the people of that Satya Yuga, that early thousands and lakhs of years ago, highly exalted, lived very, very long, for 1,000 years they would do penance. And they were such noble souls of great compassion who cared for the humankind, cared for life on earth, protected life on earth. There were poets among them, there were philosophers among them, there were scientists among them, there were architects among them, there were teachers among them, there were engineers among them, there were doctors among them. And all these rishis gave us the knowledge traditions of India that you see, the old knowledge traditions which are still available to us. Much of it is lost. Well, these are the gifts of the great sages, the great seers of the Veda. And among them, there are 3 rishis that are highlighted in this particular 4th verse. More on this we shall see tomorrow. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya.